called It Couldn't Be Done by Edgar Guest. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face, and if he worried, he'd hit it. He started to sing as he tackled a thing that couldn't be done, and he did it.
He scoffed. Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one has ever done it. But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled a thing that couldn't be done, and he did it.
Thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start and sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it.
Be realistic in everything except in prayer. Ask for the impossible. This is a common Islamic quote that is used to motivate Muslims to ask Allah, God, for whatever they desire. However, this quote can be interpreted non-religiously and ties in very well to our theme for this year. When it comes to goals and aspirations, never feel like your goals are too big or too unachievable. By stepping out of your comfort zone and working hard, you will make so many achievements and experience so much growth along the way, even before you meet those goals. So dare to be a risk taker, dare to be aspirational, and dare to be the one who achieves the so-called impossible.
One isn't necessarily born with courage, but one is born with potential. Without courage, we cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. We can't be kind, true, merciful, generous, or honest. A quote from the Bhagavad Gita. So I chose this quote first to expand what our understanding of bravery is. So I think that a lot of us might have an understanding in our head of strength and bravery, but I think a lot of us might not also include the understanding that it takes a lot of courage to practice even everyday virtues. Like standing up for what you think is right, especially when it's amongst your friends or amongst people who you might not think agree with you, that takes a lot of courage. It also takes a lot of courage to do what you love, especially when you don't know how the people around you might react. The second thing that I really wanted to highlight through this quote was that we all have the ability to be courageous. It can be easy to think that strength and bravery are things that some people come with and others don't. But in reality, they're like all other skills, which are things that you have to develop over time with practice. So by moving outside of your comfort zone and into your zone of growth, and by trying new things.
I will now be reading from How to Change Everything by author, journalist, filmmaker, and activist Naomi Klein. Young people are not just part of the movement. They are leading the way. Will you be one of them? You are living through a turning point. Certain people and parts of the world will suffer more than others or sooner, but all of us are in peril unless we limit our planet's warming. The promise is that we can limit that warming if we are bold enough to seize the moment and make changes. And in making those changes, we have the opportunity to address many crises that our society faces. Your voices give us energy. Your visions point toward the best future. Are you ready to change everything? This message encapsulates the theme of Dare to Be. It demonstrates how we must have courage to make change even though it may be scary. Dare to Be, to me, can mean anything. You can dare to be kind, helpful, focused, etc., but it all starts with daring, with dreaming of a greater, more just, and safer world. Naomi Klein's book empowers me to dare to be and gives me motivation to be courageous.
Her wings flashing in the sun, on a journey just begun, she flies on. And in the passage of her flight, her song rings out through the night, full of laughter, full of light, she flies on. Circle wide, drive wider still, let this be our song, no one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide, go out with joy and be left forth for peace. The mountains and the hills will break forth before you. There'll be shouts of joy, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. And all the trees of the field will clap their hands. The trees of the field will clap their hands. The trees of the field will clap their hands. And you'll go out with joy.
Choosing a theme is never easy. That's what our Prefect team learned early on in our roles. Yet, after countless hours of deliberation, one theme seemed to persevere. We chose Dare to Be. You might be wondering why. It's because Dare to Be is personal. It's what you dare to do. For some of us, daring to be is often not worrying about what others might say, and for others, is to chase our dreams. Our theme is more than just 3 words. It's a way of life. Because if there's one thing all of us in our dares have in common, it's overcoming fear. With each dare we chose to do, we open up a new possibility for ourselves on the other side of fear. We overcome the barriers we have built around our abilities, our mind, and our heart. Dare to Be creates space for you to find yourself through everything you have been through. It allows you to acknowledge how resilient you are. You dare to get out of bed every morning. You dare to study hard for that test. You dare to smile, even if life is not going as expected. Daring to be means rejecting the negative and living life to the fullest. It's when you choose to accept parts of yourself you think might not be acceptable. It's when you take time for yourself to be you, unapologetically. When you dare, you build a new life, one with more love, more understanding, and more passion, directed at the most important thing that we all have, you.
Okay, this is time for our challenge for you, Appleby. So this year, we challenge you all to try and rise above the fears that stop us from doing what we think is right. To try and acknowledge and overcome the fears of failure that prevent us from taking action. To let go of the fear of not achieving perfection in anything that we do. And this year, Appleby, above everything else, we dare you all to be loving to yourselves, to others, and to the world around you. So thank you very much, and we're really looking forward to the rest of this amazing year. Thank you.